Hi, my name is Phil and welcome to Festool TV UK. Today I'd like to introduce to you our Carvex range of jigsaws, specifically the PS420 body grip version. In our range we also produce the battery versions such as the 15 and 18 volt as well. But for now I'll be working with this version here, which is the 240 volt. Whenever you work with jigsaws, you can run into some problems, especially when you're working with a hard surface and a chipboard core. By using an upcutting blade, you always run the risk of the material splitting out. But within our system, and specifically with the PS420, we have a solution to that problem. And during the course of this presentation, you'll understand a bit more why Festool jigsaws cut really, really well. So the first thing to do is to look at the machine. You can see that from an ergonomic point of view, it's small, it's lightweight, and it's maneuverable in my hand. The brushless motor generates 3,800 RPM, allowing me to work quickly and efficiently no matter what material I'm working with. The buttons on the side, on the left, and also on the right-hand side mean I can turn it on either with my thumb or with one of my fingers. So I've always got access to the controls on this machine. So the first thing for us to do is to connect the machine up to a power supply, and I'll put in one of the Carvex blades from the Festool range. This cuts on the upstroke, so while working with laminate, I always run the risk of splitting out. I'll then make a cut from underneath and also a radius cut while I have the splinter guard in place, and you'll see a difference in the cut quality that this machine can produce. So the first thing to do is to insert the blade into the machine, and we just push and twist. I can then attach my dust extraction and, of course, the plug-it lead. But even when the plug-it lead is fitted, I can reduce the overall length of the machine because this can turn up. So if I'm working in a confined space, it means I'm gaining space for myself to work. So I'll now do my first cut. And on here, I have a small amount of breakout. So to solve that, I could work from underneath. So by working from underneath, I improve the cut quality, but it's not the most comfortable way for me to work. So my solution to that is to work from above and prevent the breakout of the laminate. And that's where the splinter guard for the PS420 comes into it. By fitting this small piece of plastic onto the machine, on the upstroke of the blade, it holds the laminate down. So therefore, I can work above the material and create a really high quality cut with no problems whatsoever. To fit a splinter guard, there's two grooves, one on the left and one on the right-hand side. This is inserted onto the base of the machine, like so. We then hold the machine up against a firm surface, swish it on and push forward, and we then cut a slot into the splinter guard, and then it's fitted, and that's what I'll do now. So now my splinter guard is fitted, and you can see that on the upstroke of the blade, I'm not going to take the laminate with me. So our next stage is to make a cut going around like that, and we'll see a difference between the types of cut that we produce. So this is my cut working without a splinter guard on top of the material, and I have some breakout on here. I can work from underneath, but when I fit the splinter guard, you can see that I can not only achieve a really clean line, but it's also at 90 degrees on the corner and 90 degrees on the radius. That's the advantage of working with a Festool jigsaw, is the cut quality, and it reproduces this time after time, so long as you use a splinter guard and, of course, a good quality blade. If we look around the machine, it's set on position 3. So I have a pendulum action. So each time the blade goes down, it's coming forward and then back up. it means it's stroking the material away. So for all timber-based applications, I would keep my PS420 on position 3, and for plastics and for metals, I can then adjust the pendulum back up to 0 or to 1. This means that you maintain the correct type of cut, and obviously using a metal cutting blade as well. On the back here, I have the speed settings for variable speed. So if I'm working with metals or aluminium, for example, I can slow the speed right down. And if I'm working with, such as I've just done, on timber-based materials such as this worktop, I can put it onto setting A. This means that the RPM is reduced until the blade senses pressure against it. As soon as that happens, the RPM raises, and then I can make quick and easy progress. The dust shroud at the front allows you to see where you're going, but as soon as it's pushed down, it means that I entrap all the dust that's created from that, and we have really good dust extraction with the PS420. So, I hope that this allows you to understand a bit more about our Festool jigsaws, and that when you have one, you can continue working easily and efficiently with them. So on the next presentation, we'll move on to the accessory range for this machine, and also some of the other functions that this machine can produce. So, my name's Phil, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.